it's Lauren. So today is going to be the second part to my year-long makeup empties. So I just figured I'd pop on here since I went ahead and split up the videos. I didn't have an intro anymore. So I hope you guys enjoy. We're going to go ahead and start back with foundations, concealers, mascaras, primers, stuff like that. If you want to see any of the other part, then go ahead and check out part 1.
All right, concealers. Look at that. I am very proud of this. I really tried to go through my collection, only stick with one and use it till the end so I can get them out and stop having 50 of them open. I don't know why. I would just like get bored and try a new one each day. And then this is the Mary Kay under eye corrector, and I barely finished this before the end of the year. And I actually, for most of these, I took the stopper out, so I got like every last bit of it. But I really like this one. I'm using a Becca one right now that I actually really like too, but I already have a backup of this. It's really good. The Becca one's really thick, so, and this is more of the consistency of like a lightweight concealer, so, but it still does give you some coverage and correction. So I highly recommend this one. It's really good. And then out of these concealers, the only two that I would actually repurchase would be these two. This one is the Maybelline Superstay Concealer. I didn't really like it. It didn't really give a lot of coverage. Did take the stopper out and got a pretty good amount of that. Even though I didn't really like it, I wanted to at least get my money's worth. So I did end up using this at the beginning of the year, but nothing that I would repurchase. And then these two I absolutely love. This is the Tarte Shape Tape, and I have mine in the shade Light, and I scraped the sides of that. This is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. I absolutely love this one. Now, I have it in the shade 020 Light Beige because I shouldn't order it online. This was actually really dark. It was more of the color of my skin, so I think the next one I'm gonna get is either gonna be 015 or 010. I'm not sure. I have it saved in my Ulta cart, so you know, we'll see. But I actually took the stopper out of this one as well and got every last bit. And then this one was just fine. It was the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour. And I did take the stopper out of this one. I actually scraped that one clean. But anyways, it was fine. It's nothing that I would probably repurchase. It's in the shade C3, but it was all right. And then this one I like, but they have redone the packaging, so it's like the like this packaging, and I think they redid the formula a little bit. Either that or this one was really old. So this one is the old packaging, like I just said, concealer. This has a crap ton of product in it. It's more than your average one. It's the same as the Shape Tape. So all of these other ones have like half to a third of the size. So this one did take me a really long time to go through because I'm not the shade Beige 2. Beige 2 ended up being the color of my skin. So I ended up using this just to spot conceal. So it took me a really long time, but got it out. And then these two I did not like. This is the It Cosmetics Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. And this one, as you can tell, like I squeezed the sides of it. But this one was too thick and ended up looking very cakey. And this one was too. It was very thick and ended up being very cakey. But I did end up taking the stopper out because it was a sample and I wasn't getting a lot of product out, and I was like, I know there's more. So I took the stopper out and I got a good deal more. So nothing that I would repurchase. And then I went through 2 little samples. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro one. And I actually do have this in a full size. I use those top two. I really like this one, and my mom really likes it. It's very convenient being in the stick. And then this is the Jouer one, and I ended up using actually all three of these. I actually don't remember. I want to say I liked it, but it wasn't enough of a sample, so I had to like use like 2 or 3 of these for like one use. I don't remember. All right, this is probably my favorite to look at besides bronzers and blushes because they're so hard. Foundations are extremely hard for me to go through. Like, I don't know why. I love to try new foundations, and like here is my foundation drawer. Like, I love to try foundations. So, I finally just said, Lauren, stop. Use it what you have. So, my favorite out of all of these is probably these two. This one is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow in 202, and I absolutely love this one as my sunscreen one. So as you guys know, I work night shift, so I am not in the sun very often. So I really ideally would only like to have probably like 5 to 10 foundations on hand, and then like 2 that have sunscreen in them for those. Like, I literally probably go out like twice a week in the sun. So otherwise I'm a hermit crab. But yes, I absolutely love this one. It's beautiful on the skin. Gives a good like medium-ish coverage, which I am totally about now. And then this one is my other absolute favorite. This one was in my project pan. Now this one does oxidize. I wrote on there, I like to write myself notes so I can remember. The Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Foundation. Now I have already repurchased this in the hydrating one, and I got it one shade down because this one does oxidize. So this is in the shade 1-2 in Vanilla, and I got it in 1-in-1 cream. So this one is a lot better match for me, even though it looks darker in the thingy, it's actually lighter. But anyways, it's really good. I absolutely love it. You can do like a light layer and get medium coverage, or you can build it up and get full coverage. It's beautiful. It lasts such a long time, which I have to have in my foundation since I work 13-hour shifts, and this will last to the very end, and it'll only come off a little bit on my chin where I touch my face a lot, and then a little bit around my nose. But every single foundation goes a little bit around my nose, from like around kind of like where my eyes are, because I do look through the microscope a lot during the day as well. So there's that. And then I went through 2 of these Mary Kay Timeways liquid foundations. As you know, I do not need the matte one. These were on my kit, and I ended up just using these up on myself in Ivory 4 and Ivory 5. They didn't have too terribly much, probably about like this much in them each. So I decided just to mix them and get them out of my collection because they came out with a new formula. And then this one, as you can tell, has had its better days. This is the Maybelline Dewy and Smooth foundation. This one was done at the very beginning of the year, so it looks hella rough right now. So I took the top off of this one because it just had like a screw top cap on here, and I tried to replace it with another one of my foundation's pumps, and that went horribly wrong, as you can tell. I'm so glad I ended up putting it in this bag because that was disastrous. So I used up as much as I could, and the rest is in the bag. And then I went through, this one is also my other holy grail. It is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, and this one was too dark. It was I have another one in Y225, and it's still a little dark. So I think next time I might go to Y215. I don't know if that's going to be too yellow or not, but these are really good. Now I have another one of these minis, So I am saving that. These are perfect for traveling purposes because these actually pop off and you can refill them and take them, so you don't have to take a whole bottle of foundation or glass or anything. If you're really tight on space, you can refill these. So absolutely amazing. Love the foundation. Gives really good medium to full coverage, and you can build it up as well. And it lasts a really long time. This is what I would use on any brides that I do. I did it on my friend's wedding, and she absolutely loved it. So highly recommend it. You can either do, it's pretty normal. So if you do have dry skin like me, definitely use a hydrating primer. Otherwise it can be a little drying. And then this is just another one of the Time-Wise ones, just a little sample packet. And this is also a sample packet. It's the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in Salzburg, light 3.5. And when I hear Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, I think of a radiant, sheer, light, medium coverage. No, this thing was like full coverage. So I'm just not in the mood for a full coverage foundation anymore. So I probably would not purchase this one. I do want to try the other one they have that's like more of a medium coverage. And then I went through these two little foundation samples. Honestly, I don't remember much about these. I want to say this one was the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation it had light coverage, and the shade was also, light coverage, and the color was also a little light. It's the shade 2, but then again, it's probably a good foundation it's probably a good winter shade for me. And then this one is the Dior, the Dior Skin Forever Undercover. I remember this one looked cakey on my skin, so I would not get that one. And then this is my other holy grail, the Too Faced Born This Way. I have this one's in the shade Ivory, which I actually think might be a little bit of a better match. It is very yellow, but I have the shade Almond, I think. Yeah, Almond. And this one's too dark for me. It looks a lot darker in the packaging, but this shade was a lot better. So I ended up using that. Those are probably my 3 favorites. Make It Forever, the Too Faced Born This Way, and the Laura Mercier one. Those are probably my favorite. Ooh, the Smashbox one is really good too, but those would probably be my favorites. And then I went through 12 little sample packets. Stila, I already have the full size of this. It's a lot of coverage and can sometimes be cakey, and it oxidizes a lot, so go down your shade. This Sephora one, I didn't care for it. I don't remember this one, honestly. The Becca one, the Weightless Blur Foundation. This one was just okay. The Bobbi Brown Full Coverage Oil Free Shine Control, which I definitely don't need. And then I honestly don't remember this one. The Lancome one, because I want to try it and I don't know. Interesting. And then I went through 5 Cover FX ones. Let's see. We have the Power Play Foundation, the Natural Finish Foundation, and the Natural Finish Foundation. And I didn't like any of those, so I would not purchase those. As far as eye primers, we went through 2. This is the Too Faced Glitter Glue. I didn't care for this one. I like the NYX one better, because this one is very sticky from the get-go, where the NYX one, you can move around just a little bit, and then it gets really tacky, so you can place it, and it doesn't feel like you're rubbing your eyeball off, because apparently that's a thing. And then this is the Mary Kay Eye Primer. This is my holy grail. I absolutely love this one. I'm going through Laura Mercier one, and then I have like a e.l.f. one or something, or a Makeup Revolution, I don't know, something like that. And I can't wait to get back to this. I already have a backup, but I have like 5 more primers to get through before I can open it up, unfortunately. But this one lasts you a long time. It's got like 0.3 ounces in there, which is a lot, which is the same as a Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I went through 1 pair of lashes. I rarely wear lashes because I have pretty naturally long lashes, but other than that, I did wear these for Halloween, and then I lost one, so I technically only used them once. All right, guys, we're almost done. We're going to finish with mascaras. So this is my primers, and I don't know why, but this is, like, giving me life right now. Like, all of this. This is heaven to know that I got all those out of my collection. So all of these are full size, and these are, let's see, these are half sizes and then travel sizes. Oh, let's see. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. It was fine. It just feels like it's a glorified lotion, so I wouldn't repurchase that. And then I went through the, what is this? Estee Lauder, the Smoother Universal Perfecting Primer. And there's the Georgia hair on there. I didn't like this one. It was fine, but I realized that this was the one that was actually breaking me out. And then I just finished this one. It's a Benefit Professional. I'm just not a huge fan like everyone else. I don't know. It's just fine. I just like my Tatcha one better. I didn't like this one. This is the Urban Decay Complexion Primer. And it's got the airless pump that goes all the way up. This did nothing for my pores, so nothing that I would repurchase. I barely got through that one. This one I love. I love all Becca primers. This is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. It gives a beautiful glow to the skin. It's hydrating. It makes your skin very smooth looking and blurring, but I do like this one is more of a brightening than a blurring, actually. The backlight priming filter is the blurring one, sorry. This one was the kind of, instant complexion refresh. It just was giving your life back to your face. So I really like this one. I have 1 or 2 more minis of that. Oh, this one. Oh, I love this one too. This one is the Coconut Skin Smoothing Priming Moisturizer by not HelloFresh. First Aid Beauty. I love this one. This one and this one are my 2 favorite hydrating primers. So I have all of my primers in like categories. I have like hydrating primers, like blurring, like highlighting ones. And I'll just show you. So I have all my primers in like categories, like my highlighting, like blurring ones, my pores, my hydrating, my like serum-y, silicone-y ones, and those are just eyeshadows. But for hydrating, if you are really dry, this one is the best. The Ofra Cool as a Cucumber. It's very thick. It is an airless pump, and I even like took the top off and dug in there to get every last inch, or every last drop. So I highly recommend this one if you're super dry. Now, if you're just dry, but not like this would be good moisturizing one for me in the like fall, spring, summer, but not in winter. Winter, I need something a little bit better. But this one is good for any other time. And then this one is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizing Primer. I didn't like this one or this one. I mean, this one was fine. I have a full size that I got in a BoxyCharm that I will use, but it was just like nothing to write home about. This one I did not like. This one was in my project pan, as you can see. This one did nothing for my pores, and it had a very like grainy, gritty texture to it, even from the very beginning when I first bought it. But this is a half of a full size, so this is nothing that I would repurchase. I don't like it. I also was not a huge fan of this. It was just like, I feel like a glorified like moisturizer, but not like a good moisturizer, like a liquidy moisturizer. And even from the very beginning, it doesn't smell like, it smells like artificial coconuts, which was, I don't know. I know it's got coconut water, and I guess that's kind of what it smells like, but it's just weird. I don't know. It's nothing that didn't do anything else except for a little bit of hydration. So nothing that I would repurchase. This one is the L'Oreal Magic Light Infusing Primer. Yeah, this was also in my project pan, and I really like this one. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, and I think it comes close, but I just like my Becca one better. And I also like the smell of that one better. It is like, it feels like you're in a spa.
And then this one also has only 0.68 ounces for $12.99, where my Becca one is 1 fluid ounce. It is $38, but you can find it. I always try to get mine at the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I feel like they have it once a year. There's like 2 Ulta ones, but it's usually only on one of them. And then that's when I stock up on them because I love them so much. So this one, if you can't get the other one, this one is all right. It does kind of remind me, it kind of has a smell of like glue or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird. This one, I hated the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. I just basically pushed myself through to get through it. I do not like it. It is an airless pump, but it was terrible. This one was also terrible. I didn't completely finish this one. I still have about this much left, but I'm considering it done because I spent a lot of time on it. This does nothing for my pores. This is the Wet n Wild Focus Face Primer, and this one was fine. There's just nothing, no bells or whistles. I'm not really sure what it did for my skin. It was just fine. And it went pretty fast too. Now this one I did really like. This is the NYX Honey Do Me Up. And this one is almost like skincare and primer mixed together. It was beautiful. It kind of finished being just a tiny bit sticky, or not sticky, but tacky, so that your foundation went on very good and stayed a long time. So I really like this one. I would probably repurchase this one just to have in my collection to use on days that I don't want to use, when I like to switch it up. All right, very last category is mascaras. Now, I made sure I went through my notebook that has all of my empties in it so that I can tell, because I know I ended up throwing some away or decluttering them, not thinking about it, or giving them to my mom after a few weeks and I didn't like them. So I did write 3 of those on here just as well. So we'll start with the primer. I just used one primer up. I think I also used up a Mary Kay lash primer, but I don't know where that one went. Oh, well. So this is just the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer Base. I actually really liked this one. I think this one is a total dupe for the Estee Lauder one that everyone loves, and I'm using that right now. But it's got the same one as the regular Voluminous, mascara, and it's really good. So I love to mix my mascara, so I will use pretty much 2 at any given time. And then if I don't like it, mascara is one of those things, I have 30 backups, at least 28 to 30 backups that I'm not gonna waste my time on something that I don't like. So I will use it for a week or 2, and if I just can't get it to work with any of the other ones that I have open, I'm just gonna get rid of it or give it to my mom. So this one, I didn't finish it. I
called it quits after using it for about 2 weeks. And that was last week. So not last week, the last week of December. So I'm actually probably going to let her use this one and see if she likes it. But it's got a very big wand, so I'm not going to open all the wands because that's just going to take forever. But it's got a promising wand, but just it didn't grasp onto your lashes. And that's going to be a recurring theme with these. With the ones that, I don't like. So this is the Urban Decay Troublemaker. This one was super pokey, like stabbing pokey. Like, I did not like that one. Now, we'll save the ones I like to the end. This is the Pure Volume Vixen 4-in-1 Mascara. It was fine. The Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. It's fine. Like, I put on here the Tarteist / paint. I like that one better than this one. That one's more of a brush or like a comb, and this one's more of a brush, but they are drier formulas. So, and I don't like dry formulas, so I think that's just what I've come to the conclusion of. I'll just go through these. The Bella Pierre volumizing one. I didn't like that one. I think I gave that one to my mom. And then the Wonder Beauty Unlashed Mascara. This one was very promising, and it had a really good wand, but I didn't like the formula of it because it was just a little bit too dry. So if it wasn't, and granted, maybe if I opened it right away, it would be a little bit better, but okay. So this one, as you can tell, my dog got a hold of it, is the Lancome Monster Big, and I actually really like this one. I would be interested in trying this in a full size. This one I also like. It's the Mary Kay Lash Intensity mascara. It gives good results, but the wand is a little weird. It's like almost like longer on two sides and shorter on the other two, like in a cross. So you just have to make sure you're on the right side. But so I don't know if I'd repurchase that one. The Clinique one, I didn't like this one. This is the High Impact Lash Elevating Mascara. So I didn't like that one. It was just fine. And then this one is the Smashbox Superfan Mascara. And I actually really liked this one. I didn't think I would, but because it's a brush tip and I don't usually like brush tips, but this one gave me really good length. So I'd be tempted to buy that one in a full size. I think actually these combined together would be amazing. This one, I actually have two of these. This is my Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Mascara. And I have gone through, a lot of minis. I've gone through at least 2 more full sizes last year. But I've come to the conclusion that these minis are a lot better bang for your buck because you can get them for like $14 and still keep them for 3 months and then throw them away instead of, because the full size has so much product that you don't get through unless you were to literally keep it for probably 6 months open, which I don't suggest. So I just recommend getting the minis. But this is my absolute holy grail, my absolute favorite mascara. No fuss, works every time. I don't have to layer it with other ones, so it's just awesome. All right, let's get those out of the way. All right, here we go. We're almost there. This is the Tarte Lifted Mascara. It was fine. It is probably I don't know if this one is I think this one is my favorite out of all the Tarte ones. Now, this one is a black-brown mascara, so it was good for natural makeup. This one I did not like. It was they don't even make it anymore. It's the Estee Lauder Estee Edit mascara, and it was double-ended. One had a regular brush, one had a comb. It was a very wet formula, which normally I like, but this one I literally had to keep open, or partially open for a month before it would like dry out some. And then this one is one of my favorites too. I just like, I mean, of course the Marc Jacobs better, but like if you're going to spend the money, you might as well spend, get this. This is the Benefit Roller Lash. Now I got this half off at one of the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, so I figured I'd try it. It was really good. It's got a comb brush to it. It's very good for lengthening. Oh my God. It's really good for lengthening. And then this one was terrible. Now, the regular Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara was great last time I tried it. This one was terrible, and I don't know if I just got a bad one or not. It flaked so bad. Like, it was absolutely terrible. I had mascara all down my face, all on my eyelids. Now, granted, I do have longer lashes, so sometimes I'll get mascara on my eyelids just from putting on mascara just because they are touching, but this one was just, I don't know. No. These two are from Cargo. Oops. Okay, these two are from Cargo. It's the Texas Lash Mascara and the Triple Action Mascara. I didn't like these. I feel like they were just, I think I waited too long to open them and they were just kind of dried out. This one was a really, just like Texas, it is a bigger than life brushed wand, but it didn't deposit mascara very well. And then this one was a like a comb spiky one, so I didn't like those. Right. This is the Mary Kay Ultimate Mascara. I really like this one. It used to be my holy grail until I found the Marc Jacobs one, so I would repurchase this one over that. It's just regular brush tip. This one I did not like. I only used it probably for about 3 weeks. It's the Almay Liquid Lash Extenders, and I had to mix it with something else along with this one. I didn't use this one for very long. It's the CoverGirl with thick lash, super thick lash, and their regular brush tip, didn't like them. This one I actually did really like. It's supposed to be the dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex. It is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, and this one I finished this at the beginning of the year because it's very, very worn out. This one is a little bit of a drier formula though, so I just wish that it was a little bit wetter formula. Other than that, it's really good. It's just one of those ones you cannot let sit in your collection before you open it. You need to purchase it and then open it because otherwise it'll dry out in probably about 2 months. Forgot these. I went through 2 beauty blenders, and my other one that's going right now is almost done. So and I think I went through a Real Techniques one, the big one, the face and body one, but, when I had a friend staying over here at my house, she tore it and shredded it. Her cat tore it and shredded it to pieces. So there's that. And then I went through this, I was about to say bare minerals, the Beauty Blender Solid Cleanser, and this is a little mini. I really liked it, so I got the full size of that. Actually, I have 2. And then this one was my favorite powder brush of all times. This was, I think, from, what is it? Anestica or something like that, but it broke, and as you can see, I've re-glued it multiple times, and it just died. But I like the ones that are actually kind of more of a flatter top, because a lot of these ones right now are like so like pointed, and then you're like, how am I supposed to put that on my face evenly? So yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of my makeup that I used up in 2019. Again, we used a lot of makeup, so we're just gonna continue hopefully using up lots of products. And I'll save my makeup empties for you guys again next year, and hopefully we can have just as many. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.